Hello guys, welcome to In 5 Minutes. After understanding what is kernel-based operating system, let's try to understand the difference between two type of kernel as we already talked about, monolithic and a microkernel. Basic architecture wise, when it comes to monolithic kernel has OS and a complete layer of functionality allowing OS to communicate with the hardware. As an end result, monolithic kernel becomes large in size, bulkier codes, and difficult to update. On the other hand, microkernels would only take primitive services, which means a basic services required for reading, writing hardware or the other resources. But they are controlled with another piece of software which can be termed as the server. Operating system would first communicate with the server. Server would evaluate whether the particular service is a primitive service or what kind of services are needed, on the basis of which a particular service would communicate with the kernel, and a kernel will purely perform a basic read-write operation on the hardware. Both of the kernels, when compared with each other, have its own set of advantages and disadvantages. They appeared in a different era of time. The first, what appeared was the monolithic kernel, followed by the microkernel. Currently, we also have a hybrid kernel, which is a combination of both. Understanding the difference would be the next part. So going with the difference between the monolithic kernel and microkernel, first, monolithic kernels are extremely big in size, obviously because they carry all the codes within themselves. Compared to microkernel, they are designed with monolithic codes. Microkernel are designed with modular coding, which makes them smaller in size. Not only that, the concept of modular programming came with the Java, making one thing obvious that microkernels were fairly new compared to the old monolithic kernels. Going further, monolithic kernel earned their name becoming bulkier and bigger because everything was packed together, including drivers, display drivers, resource handling codes, synchronization code. Whereas compared to them, microkernel was much smaller because only primitive services were kept in the microkernels. Microkernel, as we have seen in terms of architecture, would require a server, a third party part of OS which would look into which services, whereas the kernel will only provide the basic read-write option. Going further, whenever we talk about microkernel, it is modular, whereas we talk about monolithic kernel, it is huge code. Let's try to understand, when it is a huge code, we have one bigger problem. Entire code is large, so it is obvious difficult to update, and whenever there is an update, one has to restart because entire code needs to be rebooted. Compared to that, when it comes to microkernels, they are modular in nature and new modules can be pre-compiled and directly added without even restart. But monolithic kernel, on the other hand, would require a restart. Monolithic kernel, on the other hand, are again coupled heavily with the policy and the mechanism that cannot be separated. As an end result, any changes in policy would cause change in kernel or a recoding in kernel. Whereas on the other hand, microkernel is made of small modules. Any changes in policy, just we need to do is add new modules to the existing kernel design. Monolithic kernel, on the other hand, are less secure because data keep on moving in a large piece of code, and leaking of data would be one of the vital issue. On the other hand, since microkernel is built with object-oriented programming system in the logic, they would provide a better result, being more secure, and where because data is not moving across the system in an open manner. But the reverse part when it comes to this phenomena is the monolithic kernel appears to be running faster compared to the microkernel. Why? Because of one simple reason. In monolithic kernel, the code is gonna move within itself, giving a faster access to available data, resources, as well as available functions. On the other hand, monolithic kernels, which provides faster results, they are bulkier in size. Whereas microkernels, because they are modular coded, module need to pass data from here to there, due to which they become slower but will use less resources. When it comes to communication, because monolithic kernels are sharing the entire address space, they communicate through shared memory. Whereas microkernels, which are made with modular coding, are made small in size, because of which they do take less resources, but they would suffer from a problem that they need to communicate with the message passing. This also adds up in terms of having the difficulties going through in communication, as well as having a difficulty to go with the size and the formation of the microkernels. That's it. Thanks for watching this video.